the 50 marble elimination tournament, Plinko Park Phase 3, which is the final phase for Plinko Park. So as we go on to the rules for this specific phase, there'll be 40 marbles split into 20 heats of 2 marbles, and each marble will have to beat their opponent with the winner being safe. The 20 marbles remaining that lose their match will be split into 10 heats of 2 marbles, with the winner of each being safe. So basically, it'll be duels, and you have to try to win your match. And if you lose 2 duels, you're going to the elimination round. Heat 1 is Newt Brute and Caramel Apple. Caramel Apple was in the elimination phase for the elimination round for round 1, and Newt Brute actually won that one. But Caramel Apple is actually beating them right now, and they are going to beat Newt Brute. So yeah, Newt Brute not able to beat Caramel Apple. So Caramel Apple is safe, and they will move on to the next phase, guaranteed. Newt Brute, on the other hand, they are complete. They still have to go through one more matchup. If they lose that, they're out. Heat 2, Carpenter Ant and Mud Skipper. Mud Skipper also was up in the elimination round, that first round. Carpenter Ant still hasn't dealt with that yet. Carpenter Ant leading. Mud Skipper trying to make a move right at the end, but Carpenter Ant just barely beats out Mud Skipper. So yeah, right there. As we can see there, Carpenter Ant does beat out Mud Skipper. As we move on to Heat 3, we have Toxic Orb and Red Herring. Toxic Orb, I know for sure, has not dealt with an elimination round yet. It's actually pretty neck and neck between the two of them. Toxic Orb does take the lead near the end, but stalls for a bit, but does manage to beat Red Herring right there. As we go on to the results, yeah, Toxic Orb does beat out Red Herring right at the end, so Red Herring will have to go through another round of that. Heat 4, Smoke Bomb, Carolina Reaper. Carolina Reaper and Smoke Bomb, I don't think either of them have dealt with an elimination round before. So this could be their first one, depending on who loses. It looks like Carolina Reaper will beat Smoke Bomb here. And yeah, right at the end, it looks like Smoke Bomb just missing right there near the end. That could have given them safety, but no, Carolina Reaper will take it instead. Heat 5, we have Neo Theater and Highlighter. Neither of them have been in the elimination round either. And going through the Plinko section first, it looks like Neo Theater has a slight lead. I think Highlighter might be actually passing them. No, Neo Theater passed them back and does enter the final relatively quickly. And Highlighter is struggling to get there in time. They're already out. Well, not out, but Neo Theater has already beaten them. So yeah, that is an easy win for Neo Theater. Easy advancement for them. As we move on to Heat 6 with Blister Beetle and Sunny Side Up. Also, none of them still have yet to make the elimination round. A lot of marbles, still haven't made it through, so this could be the first time for a lot of these guys. Sunny Side Up currently in the lead, a pretty significant margin. Will Blister Beetle be able to catch up? No, they will not. It's very close near the end, but Sunny Side Up is able to just barely beat out Blister Beetle. And so Sunny Side Up is safe. Blister Beetle, we'll have to do another round. Heat 7, we have Puff Pastry and Turtle Shell. Now, Puff Pastry, I know for sure, last round they were in the elimination round, so they are going to want to do better here in order to stay safe. They are beating Turtle Shell by quite a bit, and it looks like they are going to win. Turtle Shell trying to catch up near the end. Puff Pastry actually misses the entrance into the exit. And yeah, Turtle Shell is able to win because of that. A massive fumble by Puff Pastry. And yeah, Turtle Shell is safe. Puff Pastry potentially looking at a second elimination round. Speaking of potentially second elimination round, Toadstool is here going against Paper Plane. Toadstool was in the last elimination round after a poor performance in the heat race. Looks like they're oh no, they were beating Paper Plane at first. But Paper Plane does manage to pass Toadstool due to Toadstool having some issues exiting that one bouncy circle right there. That bouncy circle slows down Toadstool a lot, halts their progress, and that allows Paper Plane to take the win. Heat 9, we have Zip Zap and Peregrine Falcon. None of these guys, I believe, have been to the elimination round. Both of these guys have been pretty consistent so far. So yeah, Zip Zap has a slight lead to start off with. I think Peregrine Falcon's taking... No, never mind. It's actually very close between them. But Peregrine Falcon making a similar error, and Zip Zap, a similar error as Toadstool, and Zip Zap is safe. Peregrine Falcon actually getting themselves stuck, which is pretty embarrassing. So that's not a good sign for their next round. Heat 10, we have Silk Scarf and Mango Lassie. Both of these guys have been doing pretty well overall. They've been safe, at the very least. Silk Scarf, pretty far ahead. Mango Lassie, not even close. Silk Scarf just easily manages to take the win over Mango Lassie. Yeah, ooh, Mango Lassie really far behind. They will get to finish right there. But yeah, that was a dominant victory for Silk Scarf, not even close. So yeah, great work by them to be safe. Heat 11, Ribeye and Lychee. Both of these guys also have yet to be in the elimination round yet. It looks like it actually looks like a lead for Ribeye now. Lychee takes it though. Will Lychee be able to get exit quickly? They do stall a bit near the end, but they do still beat out Ribeye. Ribeye just not able to catch up quite in time. And that is safety for Lychee. Absolute. They are going to be grateful for that, for sure. Heat 12, we now have Fantastica and Lunar Legend. Both these guys, Lunar Legend has had some inconsistencies, but they've been good enough to make it through. Fantastica overall just been really solid, and Fantastica has the lead currently. It looks like they do miss the final right there a bit, and they do actually miss again. Lunar Legend could take it right here, and Lunar Legend actually does take it. Wow. Impressive by Lunar Legend. Wow. They seem to be behind that whole time, but Fantastica, a few fumbles near the end, and, they're out. Heat 13, we have Pyrorball and Inchworm. Pyrorball just barely making it out of the last elimination round. They definitely want to avoid that situation again. Inchworm hasn't been in one yet, and would not like for this to be their first time. Inchworm with a massive lead right now, and yeah, they will actually take that win pretty handily over Pyrorball. Yikes, Pyrorball potentially looking at their second elimination round if they don't win this next one. But yeah, that's Inchworm very grateful to have won that. Heat 14 of Blinding Light and Inspector. Both these guys also have yet to be in an elimination round. It looks like Blinding Light with a bit of a lead, although Inspector is actually taking it right there. Inspector has taken the lead. Will they manage to beat Blinding Light? Yes, they will. And yeah, Blinding Light trying a bit at the end, but overall just not enough. Inspector will take that win. Unfortunately for Blinding Light, as we go into Heat 15, Snowbank and Charcoal. Snowbank was in the elimination round last time, and because of a DNF in the heat race. But overall, they did do pretty well overall in that. They got safety pretty early. And it looks like they're actually beating Charcoal out here. But Charcoal right at the end, actually does manage to pass Snowbank. Oof, still really close right there. But yeah, that's very clear that Charcoal did win that. So Heat 16, we have Lily of the Valley versus Leafblade. Leafblade potentially could be going to their second elimination round if they don't win this or their next one. Lily of the Valley with a bit more of a lead because Leafblade is struggling in the bouncy Plinkos. This gives Lily of the Valley enough time to, grow their lead, and that is a win for them. Leafblade just really struggling overall, really far behind. And there we go. Leafblade finally finishes up. And yeah, that is a win for Lily of the Valley, which means Leafblade will be going against Snowbank. So that means one of them will be guaranteed to go into their second elimination round. Heat 17 with Venom Fang and Minecart. None of these guys have gone to the elimination round yet, I believe. Minecart has been pretty solid so far, I'd say. And it looks like, yeah, they have quite a lead. And yeah, they easily finish ahead of Venom Fang, not even close. And yeah, that is not going to be good for Venom Fang. But Minecart is safe. Venom Fang does still have one more chance against their opponent, which will either be Cattail or Manta Ray. Neither of which I believe have been to an elimination round before. So those two kind of aquatic-ish marbles. It looks like Manta Ray has a bit of a lead. Although Cattail is taking it now, getting a little stuck on that bouncy circle at the end. It looks like they're going to DNF, actually, and that Manta Ray will use that to cruise to the lead, to the win, and that means, yeah, Manta Ray is safe. Cattail now in kind of a dangerous position. Heat 19, we have Hydro Cannon and Horsepower. None of them have been to the elimination round before, I believe, but it looks like it's actually very close. Now, Hydro Cannon has taken the lead. And yeah, Hydro Cannon is now growing it massively. Finishes way ahead of Horsepower. They are safe by a massive margin of Horsepower. if this is what we're gonna see from them, I don't have the highest hopes that they'll actually make it out of this round, this phase. So Horsepower does lose that. They will go through one more match. And it'll be Heat 20 Cogwheel versus Buzzkill. Let's see how these guys will do. Both these guys pretty close together right now. It looks like Buzzkill has a bit of a lead right now, but it's very close. Cogwheel could still catch up, but Buzzkill, Cogwheel, both really close right at the end, but it will be a Buzzkill win. Cogwheel trying to make it right at the end, but Buzzkill is just a little bit faster, and Buzzkill is safe. So our 20 remaining marbles are Newt Brute, Mud Skipper, Red Herring, Smoke Bomb, Highlighter, Blister Beetle, Puff Pastry, Toadstool, Peregrine Falcon, Mango Lassie, Ribeye, Fantastica, Powerball, Blinding Light, Snowbank, Leaf Blade, Venom Fang, Cattail, Horsepower, and Cogwheel. All these 20 will have to go through yet another round, and if they lose this one, they're going to the elimination round. So Heat 1, Newt Brute, and Mud Skipper. Now Mud Skipper, easily the underdog here, with Newt Brute winning that one round, having the best of the time trial runs, but Mud Skipper with a lead. Newt Brute trying to catch up, trying to potentially make... Okay, but Mud Skipper does not make any mistakes in that funnel right now, and that means Newt Brute is actually going to the elimination round despite winning the time trials. Heat 2, we have Red Herring versus Smoke Bomb. Red Herring potentially in danger of their second elimination round. It's actually very close right now, but Smoke Bomb now takes the lead. Not doing great on the spinning rectangles, but it still looks enough to be safe ahead of Red Herring. So yeah, that is a win for Smoke Bomb. Yeah, Red Herring just too far behind to really catch up, and they'll be going to their second elimination round. Heat 3 of Highlighter and Blister Beetle. One of these guys will be going to their first elimination round, and one of them will be safe. And it looks like it'll be Blister Beetle in the lead. Will Highlighter be able to make a move against them? Not particularly, no, and that means Highlighter. They will be going to their first elimination round, with Blister Beetle now being safe. Let's move on to Heat 4, Puff Pastry versus Toadstool. One of these guys is guaranteed to go to their second elimination round, because both of these were in the last one. Toadstool seems to have a bit of a lead. Puff Pastry trying to see if they can catch up here. They actually kind of do, but Toadstool still manages to take the lead right at the end. Yeah, Puff Pastry was nearly right there, but it's just too many bounces, slowing their speed too much. And Puff Pastry will be going to the elimination round. Peregrine Falcon and Mango Lassie here. And yeah, this will be the first elimination round for one of these marbles for sure. And Mango Lassie does seem to have the lead. And it looks like they'll keep it. Will they fumble at the funnel section? No, they won't. They do stall a bit, but not enough for Peregrine Falcon to catch up. And yeah, this is an easy win for Mango Lassie. As we go on to Heat 6, Ribeye versus Fantastica. For Heat 6, they seem pretty even going out the first Plinko. Ribeye does manage to take a bit of a lead, but excellent move by Fantastica to avoid most of the spinning rectangles, and yes, they are safe ahead of Ribeye. Ribeye will be going to the elimination round due to Fantastica's move right there. So yeah, unfortunate for Ribeye. And then we move on to Heat 7, Powerball versus Blinding Light. Powerball in danger of going to their second elimination round. Blinding Light, I guess in danger of getting there first. Blinding Light does have a lead, but Powerball is close behind and will be trying their best to avoid yet another one. But a straight shot in by Blinding Light. They knew their objective. They didn't want to waste any time in that funnel, so they went straight in there. Bouncing a little bit out, but that is safety for Blinding Light. Heat 8, we have Snowbank versus Leaf Blade. Now these two also in contention, both could be going to their second elimination round here. Snowbank with a bit of a lead here, and they actually are much ahead of Leaf Blade. They do stumble a bit in the funnel, but they do finish ahead of Leaf Blade. So that means Snowbank is safe, and type advantage works out great as we freeze the plants. Leaf Blade is indeed going to the elimination round. Heat 9, Venom Fang versus Cattail. Both these going for their first. One of these guys will be going to their first elimination round. And it looks like it will be Cattail as Venom Fang takes the lead. But no, Cattail actually more ahead right now. But does struggle a little bit. Venom Fang could take it back. But no, Cattail will win right at the end. So yeah, he's a bit of a close one. A little close for comfort, but yeah, Cattail will win ahead of Venom Fang. As we move on to Heat 10, Horsepower versus Cogwheel with two kind of orangish, tannish kind of teams, kind of brownish, some shade of brown. Horsepower has a bit of a lead here, and it looks like Cogwheel struggling up top, getting hit by all of the circles. But Horsepower is not moving right now. Horsepower might be stuck. And yeah, Cogwheel just keeps on moving. A bit of a struggle near the end, the last circle, the bouncy circle, but they do manage to keep on moving, and it looks like they will finish, which means Horsepower, despite leading, and despite Cogwheel's failure for those bouncy circles, they are going to the elimination round. So the elimination round marbles are Newt Brute, Red Herring, Highlighter, Puff Pastry, Peregrine Falcon, Ribeye, Pyroball, Leaf Blade, Venom Fang, and Horsepower. Now this elimination round, all 10 marbles will race to as quickly as possible. The first place marble will be safe, last place will be eliminated, although all of them will continue. Where this one differs though, we're going only until round 4. In round 4, only the top 3 will be safe, and last will be eliminated. Now elimination round 1, we have all of them waiting to see who will be safe, all of them, and who will be out. Let's see who will lead. Pyroball goes to a bit of an early lead, but now Highlighter takes a massive lead and will finish really quickly. They did not want to be in the elimination round for that long. It looks like it's Horsepower up top, but it looks like Red Herring is actually stuck. And that means if everyone else finished, and I believe everyone else did, Red Herring, with that screw up right there, Red Herring, it has been eliminated. Not the kind of mistake you want to be making at this point, but Red Herring is out. Highlighter is safe. Newt Brew, Puff Pastry, Peregrine Falcon, Ribeye, Pyroball, Leaf Blade, Venom Fang, and Horsepower remain. Peregrine Falcon seems to take a bit of a lead, but now it's Puff Pastry. It's actually very close for that leading spot. And now it's Peregrine Falcon, but they do take a wrong turn there. But it looks like really close between Peregrine Falcon and Ribeye, but Puff Pastry near the end takes it back. Venom Fang seems to be a bit behind, tries to shove Ribeye out of the way, but just shoves them in to the catch basin. Venom Fang is the last to finish, which means Puff Pastry is safe, and Venom Fang is out of the competition. I'm sure Toxcorp is very happy about that. I will go on to round 3. Newt Brute, Peregrine Falcon, Ribeye, Pyroball, Leaf Blade, and Horsepower. There still are 4 safe spots and 2 dangerous elimination spots. Ribeye seems to be the first one to go in, but no, never mind. It'll be Newt Brute. Leaf Blade now struggling a little bit. Will they be able to make a move? No, they jump over Peregrine Falcon and Ribeye, and ultimately that makes them the last to finish. So while a green marble is safe, another one gets eliminated with Leaf Blade going out here. Second time surely was not the charm for them. Elimination round 4, we have Peregrine Falcon, Ribeye, Pyroball, and Horsepower. And the top 3 will be safe and move on to the next phase, but last place will be eliminated. Currently that looks like it's going to be Horsepower right now. Horsepower and Ribeye seems to be those two. Pyroball out at the end, but they actually get shoved by Ribeye, and Pyroball actually shoved aside means that they're eliminated. Peregrine Falcon just really fast, first to finish, but right there, a tag team by Ribeye and Horsepower means they get safety over Pyroball, which means your eliminated marbles are Pyroball in 37th, Leaf Blade in 38th, Venom Fang in 39th, and Red Herring in 40th. Now, as we see them get eliminated right here, they go through the Plinko, one last time into the box of losers. Unfortunate for them, they will be the last victims of the Plinko Park, at least for this tournament. As we see them wallow in their suffering. We will see you next time for Spinning Speedway Phase 1. Yes, that is a brand new track. But until then, this is Rip Biscuit, signing off.